logos, which is common to all and all nature. He also has the idea of a oneness in man, common to all mankind, and that's law. He says law, especially rational law. Law is something so important, it's a one, and therefore you must guard and protect your law as if you were protecting your city. For if you listen to the law, rational law, that's like listening to the counsel of one. So he ties in the idea of one to law and to nature and the hidden harmony behind it, and that's an intelligence. What's the nature of that intelligence? He says, well, I'll tell you what, man doesn't have it. He can participate in it because the divine nature has real intelligence and man has none. Therefore, the only way he can gain it is by participating in it, which he expresses in a very interesting way. He says there's an intelligence only in what encompasses mankind. Right? And that's a kind of participation, right? And he said the problem is, what is the difficulty we have? It's only one thing. The divine nature escapes men's notice because of their own basic incredulity. They don't believe. It's their beliefs that are blocking them from vision. Therefore, if you are straightforward in your being and you lack this incredulity, then you know what? You'll have character. What is that? Well, that's to have a divine guardian. For a man's character is his true divine guardian. Therefore, if that's the case, then the wise man is nothing other than a soul that is nothing other than a beam of light which reflects the nature of that higher reality. Right? Then we said, look here, how does the divine nature and real understanding connected with what's beyond that? It's always a Zeus. So there's the theology of Heraclitus. Though he puts a caution, Zeus is willing yet unwilling. The one is unwilling to be called by the name of Zeus. Wisdom, you can call it Zeus. It's willing and unwilling to be called by the name of Zeus. Unique is the one. Unique, right? And wisdom stands apart from all else. It's transcendent. It's above and beyond all else. And therefore, it stands as a divine element, a theology above Heraclitus. Therefore, we mention further that the idea of soul is not each man has a particular soul, but the idea of soul has no boundaries. It's limitless. Therefore, it really is like a world soul of what later was developed in the Timaeus with Plato. It has astonishing depth. You'll never be able to tap the depth of the soul. Then I brought these ideas together and said, now let's look at these ideas and see whether we can talk about them and their presence in Heraclitus. And then I opened up, passed out those pages with 7 statements drawn from Heraclitus. And I gave it to you to decide on what kind of a student he was, if this can be said to represent Heraclitus, since everything I put here on the board comes directly out of Heraclitus. And I think most people gave him a low grade, hoping that he'd go back and do some more work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Aristotle does not appear to understand what the dialectic is. Was the dialectic something that was discussed at Aristotle's time?
Oh, well, it had to be.
Well, then how can you say that things cannot be so the same thing is and is not? How can he fail to understand that dialectically if for no other way?
Yeah, well, there is a problem with Aristotle, isn't there? Yeah, we're going to get more of it as we go on.
Okay.
Right, and the big mystery is, where did he get his reputation being a philosopher? If most of us, when we read his stuff on each of these thinkers, get such a low grade.
Reach me.
Thank you.